It's the last bottom of the ninth of the semester. We talk Tigers football, Saints football. It's a pretty heavy Louisiana show.
As it should be. Plus, why doesn't LSU claim earlier championships they've been awarded? Athletic Director Joe Alleva weighs in.
So get on the edge of your seat and put on your rally cap because it's the bottom of the ninth and it starts right now. Welcome to this week's edition of the Bottom of the Ninth. I'm Alex Cheney.
And I'm Patrick Clay. Thanks for tuning in. Last episode of the semester, we've done two of these.
And we have another one to go.
Oh, man.
3 semesters. It's a dynasty.
I don't know how much I can handle sitting next to you for another semester. I'm joking.
That hurts.
I love you, buddy.
I love you.
All right.
Starting this off, the women's basketball team faced the Hampton Pirates in the PMAC last night. Jean Kenny had some big plays, including 2 made threes. Jasmine Rhodes came off the bench and had quite a few key hustle plays, finishing the night with 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 steals. 4 Tiger players ended the night in double figures. The Tigers beat Hampton 73-54. Teresa Plaisance led the Tigers with a double-double with 14 points and 12 rebounds. She believes it was a big night for the Lady Tigers as a whole.
So many weapons on this team that on any given day anybody could outshine another person, and at the end of the day it really doesn't matter because we're all going for the same goal, which is a win, and Jazz stepped up really big.
The Lady Tigers will now travel to Ruston to take on LA Tech this Saturday at 1 p.m. Patrick, of course, a huge home game this Saturday against the Texas A&M Aggies, of course wearing my Aggie colors.
Yeah.
The Aggies come in with college football's superstar, last year's Heisman winner, Johnny Manziel. How can the Tigers slow him down?
Well, first of all, nice look, by the way, for this show. It's really kind of disappointing because when you look back at last year, that was probably one of the best defensive performances I've seen from LSU in a long time. They had a really great scheme to contain Manziel. You had the defensive ends that were going wide so that the D-line would be able, and they basically formed a circle around him. And that way the middle linebackers could go up on the run, and you trusted the cornerbacks to be able to stay with the receivers, and that created like a perfect blanket through the Mustang scheme. But unfortunately, I just don't think LSU has the personnel to be able to replicate that. So really, at this point, it's about trying to stay with the play as long as you can, because that's Manziel's bread and butter, is by dragging out the play as long as he can until something opens up. And LSU's defense, they just need to be on their toes.
Do you think they should leave a linebacker in sort of a spy scheme to keep Manziel within the pocket?
I do, but it's all personnel based. The issue is, who would you put there? Maybe Lamar Lewis. I don't trust DJ
Barrow.
He's not as quick as you'd think. So if I had to pick a guy, I'd say Lamar Lewis. He's got some speed. He's easily the better of between him and Welter. So, there's ways you could go about it. But, Alex, looking at the way this offense for LSU has struggled in their last few games, is this game going to be another how many points can we give up and still win? Or will the Tigers be able to compete offensively?
Well, I think the first key for this game is to get the offensive line established. Yes, Texas A&M's defense is not as strong as last year, but then again, this offensive line has really had some struggles. If they can get the run game going early, Jeremy Hill, get him some carries, and then they can set up the play action, which is really where Zach Mettenberger has excelled this year. Play action, getting the ball down to Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry. If they can do that, I think that they can be successful.
And you mentioned the running game. That's exactly how LSU took it to A&M last year. And the defense for A&M is even worse, but the offense for LSU is even better. So I definitely agree with you there. If you can get the run game going, LSU's offense should be able to put up points.
Absolutely.
Well, coming up, one of the NFL's most underrated rivalries suit up tonight.
Will the hapless Falcons defend their home turf? We preview after the game.
Who dat?
I'm Odell Beckham Jr., and you're watching Sports Showtime on Tiger TV.
Welcome back to the show. I'm all geared up. And Alex, it's a little weird talking about a Saints game on the show with you now.
Yeah.
We've almost never been on the same page
It's
like
literally
this.
the first team we have ever agreed upon, ever.
Bring it in.
We already did.
You're right. Well, this season has been a little different than last year. The Falcons started off strong in 2012, and the Saints didn't. Now the roles are reversed. Saints are coming off hot. Falcons are not. But you can never count out either team in these type of games. So, Alex, do you think Atlanta defends their home turf tonight?
No. Just to put it simply, I don't think they do. This Saints team is playing really well. They had corrected a lot of issues after the Jets game. Drew Brees, of course, is playing like his hair is on fire. If they can get the run game established like they did last week against the Cowboys, I think the Saints should walk away with an easy victory tonight.
The thing about Atlanta, for the longest time, the knock on them was they're kind of a transplant city, and their fan base only really showed up when it was necessary. But, honestly, I'll give them props. This year, they've still held tough. You don't think that could disrupt with the Saints?
I think the Saints are used to playing in a pretty loud environment. I don't think that's going to sway them at all.
That is a good point.
Do you see anything for the defense for the Saints? Maybe making a play against Matt Ryan and some pretty, talented skill players over there?
Well, the thing with the Falcons' offense is it's almost – you can define it with missed opportunity. They have Steven Jackson, signed him coming into this year, and obviously Tony Gonzalez came back. He was going to retire, but he didn't. And Julio Jones, you got a really talented receiving core. And yet, ultimately, it just hasn't worked out. Tony Gonzalez has been a shell of himself. Steven Jackson was injured for most of the year. I'm pretty sure Julio's out for the year. Yeah, so I definitely see this Saints offense, as we can see here. Oh, Drew Brees getting leveled. Ugh. But I don't think we'll be seeing too much of that. And on the defensive side, I really think if you can just contain the one or two weapons the Falcons have left, it won't be that much of an issue.
Can I get a prediction out of you?
I do think that Atlanta being at home, like I said, it's a big rivalry game. We all know that. ESPN's even starting to notice, and that's when you know it's getting bigger. I do think that you can never count either team out. I think Atlanta will play up that just like they haven't all year, but that first game with Saints-Falcons was really close. I think we'll see something similar to that. But the Saints are just feeling it right now. They're hot. I say 30-21 Saints. What about you?
I'm gonna go with about 28-17, so a pretty similar score.
Okay. Well, coming up after the break, ever wish LSU football had more championships?
I do.
I know I do. I asked Joe Alleva why LSU hasn't claimed their previously awarded titles after the break.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. When Texas A&M joined the SEC in 2012, they retroactively claimed a third title for their undefeated season in 1939, conveniently tying them with LSU for total championships.
Convenient indeed. But LSU actually has their share of championships they could claim themselves. Now, why haven't they? I asked athletic director Joe Alleva for the answer.
It seems like right now we're kind of in the era of claimed titles. When Texas A&M joined the SEC, they claimed a couple titles from the 30s. Kind of boosted their resume a little bit. I know Alabama's claimed everything known to man. So my question is, I know that there's at least two titles that have been awarded to LSU, 1908 and 1936, that the program doesn't really seem to recognize as their national championships. Why is that?
That's a very good question. I think I need to do some research as to why.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'll research that and find out why. There has to be some reason why. I'm sure Herb Vincent, who was a longtime SID here,
right.
I'm sure if there was a reason why we could have claimed it, we would have. So there's got to be a reason why we haven't. So I'll have to do some research and let you know.
That'd be interesting, just to be able to say, 5 national titles.
It would be nice.
6 or
It
anything.
sounds a lot better.
It does sound better.
So Alleva doesn't even know the answer. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't mind having a few more titles under LSU's belt.
I mean, I don't hate an extra 2 titles. That's
Why not?
okay with me.
I mean, at 1908, I'm all for repping it. We could do like 105th anniversary.
Or we could just be like Alabama and just claim a whole bunch of seasons.
You know what's funny? LSU could actually claim 2011 as a championship because we did get one first place vote after the championship. So, Alabama, we're coming for your title.
Yeah.
I can't do it, guys.
It hurts.
I can't do it. Well, you can see more of my interview with Joe Alleva this Saturday on the Tiger TV Tailgate Show.
You can catch the show live from the Journalism Building this Saturday at 12:30. Well, that's all for our show today and all for our semester. Thanks for tuning in to the bottom of the ninth on Tiger TV Sports Showtime. You can watch highlights and full episodes online at tigertv.tv.
As always, don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter for the latest news. We're here at Campus Channel 75 Monday through Thursday, well, until the break, for 6 to 6:15.
I'd like to thank our wonderful production crew for making us look good all semester, my producers Alexandra Ramsey, Derek Kopp, Pat, and my team of reporters that make this show possible. Thank you to our Tiger TV staff advisor, Cindy Carter, and station manager, Chelsea LeBlanc. For Patrick Clay, I'm Alex Cheney. Thank you for watching the bottom of the ninth. Have a great Thanksgiving and holiday, and you stay classy, Baton Rouge.